Okay, so a typical Austrian or German dude is not gonna ask you for a date. Hi, today I want to talk about dating in Europe. But if you moved out of Africa and came as an adult in Europe, you might find dating actually difficult than many people think. So, I'll share with you the 22 kind of guys you are going to meet in the dating market, dating world in Austria, Germany, Swiss. Okay, so a typical Austrian or German dude is not gonna ask you for a date. Okay, I've stayed in this country for over a decade and rarely, I think like once or twice, have I had somebody ask me on a date. So a typical European guy is not gonna ask you for a date, okay? They just are different. Like in Kenya or in Africa, I assume it's easier to meet somebody, maybe on the street or in school, at work. If somebody is interested in you, they'll follow you, they'll hunt you, they will do everything to get to know you. But in Austria, if a guy likes you, they don't have the guts to come to you and say, "Hi, I like you, let's go for a coffee, let's do this. Would you like to go on a date with me?" They're not going to ask you out. They will just look at you, maybe smile, or just look at you. They just look at you. Okay, that's all they can do. So, what most people do if they want to socialize and get to know somebody, they're gonna turn to dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, Facebook dating, and all these kind of apps, right? So, that is where you can meet your potential match or boyfriend, husband, whatever. The first kind of guy you're gonna meet on these sites are the chatters. They're the kind of, "Hi, hey, hey, hallo, was magst du? Was machst du Schönes? Ich bin gerade von der Arbeit und ich liege am Couch." The chatters, they're always chatting. So these kind of people, what they do is they just chat. These people can chat even for a whole month without meeting you. Even 2 months or 3 months. And mostly what I do with these people is you just ghost them. Just ghost them. Or just tell them you're not interested, okay? So, and then they will be disappearing. They will disappear for maybe 3 months, half a year, and all of a sudden you get chat. It's always hi, hey, hi, hello. And sometimes they just all of a sudden they send you like a picture where they're on a holiday on the beach or something like that. So you're like, we haven't spoken for 6 months. Why the hell would you send me a picture like this? Or the best ones, they come even after 2 or 3 years. They say like hi, and you'll be like, who is this? Or we was writing 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm like, and what happened? Where have you been? And why are you coming back? And they'll be like, I was in a relationship and now I'm single. So I'm like, you were on a relation in a relationship all this time, and then you come back after 3 years, you still have my number. Like, what the hell is going on here? This is crazy. They always write. They can write with you for a whole year and never meet you. Even if you live in the same town, you live in the same country, they will never take their time to come and meet you in reality. They just always writing. Okay? Number two is the travelers. The travelers. These are people who mostly they are on field works. They travel a lot through their jobs, and they will use these as a reason to hop from one city to the other, one country to the other, to look for cheap hookups. Okay, they'll say they'll most of the time they write on their profile, "I'll be in this town from this date to this date. Wanna meet up? Wanna have some drink?" and they don't want strings attached. They just want somebody to hook up with, and they even tell you this is what they want. Like they won't be there for a long time. And then another group of travelers will be the guys who are always on camping van. They live on a camping van. They don't have a fixed address like any other European. They will just be traveling. They always say they're traveling around the world and looking for some girls, and they don't want anything attached. They just want cheap hookups. And don't be fooled, there are even a third group of travelers who are traveling on a holiday, for example. They go to Asia, they go to Africa, African countries, and these are the ones who always lie. They will tell you that, oh, I'm looking for a wife material, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll come, have a good time with you, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And when they come back, they disappear. Okay, so ladies in the third world countries, don't get fooled with this type of travelers. Okay, the fashionista. The fashionista, these are the kind of people who I think they call themselves cross dressers. Okay, so it's a man, a whole full man dressing on women dresses, skirts. They have these leather trousers, leather jackets, like dressed like a lady. They have a better wardrobe than a woman. And the thing with them, they always say they're not looking for dates, they're just looking for somebody to listen out to them. Like they don't have a family or friends who really listen to them. So they are on the internet looking for somebody to listen to why they dress like that. Sometimes they'll even tell you tips on how to put on, and they have really good wardrobes because when you see their pictures, how they dress, it's like, wow. And they are men. And their heels, you will find them putting on heels like 12 to 15 centimeters long. So you're like, wow. And they'll give you tips on how to look for shoes that are comfortable, high heels that are comfortable. So this is the third group of people you'll find on a dating site in Austria or Germany. The hunters. This, I think, is the most crazy group of people. The hunters, you'll find mostly they're in between 20s to 30s, sometimes even to 40s. They are good looking. They have like six pack. They always have pictures of them without a t-shirt, maybe on the beach, maybe training. And this group is the people who are really hunting for sex. Okay? They will tell you from the word go what they want. They want to go around the bush like some others. I mean, all of them are always hunting, but this group will just jump in like, I'm looking for a friends with benefits. I don't want to go on a date like 2, 3, 4 times with you. They will always ask you to me or to dear. Like, am I coming to your place or you come to my place? How am I supposed to date such a person? It's hard. It's hard on us. The sugar daddy. The sugar daddy, from age, it's around from 30 to around maybe 50, 60 years old. Yes, 30 years old. So the younger ones, they are always even proud to write on their profile, I'm a sugar daddy looking for sugar babe, and I'm ready to pay you, take you shopping. And mostly you'll find that these are musicians, politicians, some Arabs in there. And the older ones, they will not say they're looking for sugar babes. They like tell you what properties they have. They'll send you links to hotels and apartments and whatever they have, and go ahead and tell you that I have worked so much for this and I think it's time to retire and just enjoy my wealth. I need somebody to spend good quality time with me. And yeah, yeah, they might want somebody to settle with in the long run, but the younger ones, they really don't want. They just want fun and they want to pay for it. And the older ones, they want somebody to be like their like their handbag. Somebody they'll be going from one place to the other with. Mostly they want a young lady. They'll be doing shopping for you. They want you to look nice. They are, of course, they're older, they look older, and they want a younger lady to look nice on their sides. And that is like having a status in this society. So it's a thing in Europe. Yeah. The next group is the daddy without sugar. This group is a group of older men, married, of course. They have their families. They will complain to you how their wives mistreat them, how their wives don't love them, how the marriage is so dysfunctional. But they never get a divorce, they never get out of there. They will just complain, but they will always stay with their families, okay? This group will never put their pictures on their profile, but always complain how nothing is functioning and they are always broke. They are broke. These people, of course, they're afraid of paying child support, so they're gonna stay with the families, and some just lie. Also, you'll find that they have mortgages to pay, so that's why they are broke. All the money they work goes into childcare and mortgage, and they lie that the family is not functioning, they don't want to stay with their wives, so I don't know. Mama's boy will range from any age from 18 to 60 years or even older. Mama's boy is the kind of a man that has a pathological relationship with their mama. This boy, even if they are 6 years old, they will not leave their mommy's house. Okay? They cannot cook rice or noodles for their lives. They don't know how a washing machine operates, which detergent to use, and they will never move out of their mother's house. The farthest they're gonna go is to live upstairs. And if they really go far away, then it will be like 100 meters down the street. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to love your mommy, but as an adult, you should be taking responsibilities and doing some stuff by yourself. This is the kind of a man that when he goes on a date, he will tell his mom that he's going on a first date. And most of them don't even marry, leave alone marry. Marriage in Europe is not everybody marries. They have never been on a relationship, or if they have, then it's been for just for some times, and then the relationship never works due to obvious reasons. And there is even some TV programs, where the mom is looking for a wife to the son. Schwiegertochter gesucht. Because these men are not even capable of getting themselves a woman. So the mama is even looking for a woman for them. Crazy world. Crazy. Number 8 is what I'm gonna call the genuine normal. Okay? Normal to Africans. So the genuine normal is a man who is a young man of good age. They want something genuine. They have a stable job. They've had relationships in the past. Maybe it didn't work out, and they are willing to settle down. This is a normal person. And if somebody from Africa tells you nitafutie mzungu, or do you have a white friend who is willing to date, this is the kind of a person most of them will always want. But the truth is, the percentage of these persons on a dating site or ready to available in a dating market is like 2 or 3%. And most of the time, they are always very fast out of the dating market. So it's hard to find them. And then there is the genuine awkward guy. This is a guy who he really wants something genuine, but for some reason he's never dated. Maybe he's ugly to my eyes, sorry. Maybe he's overweight and he's just awkward. Like there's something about them. So this kind of guy, he's maybe in their late 30s, early 30s, late 30s, 40s. They've never dated before. They look awkward. Maybe they're ugly. Maybe they're overweight. They've never dated and they will pursue you. They will want you with all their forces. Even if you tell them no, they will still look for you in all the social medias. And if you block them in one, they'll get you in another one. They'll call you. If you tell them, please stop calling, they will look for you. They will, because they never get anybody who wants to date them. Guy who is in an open relationship. Open relationship simply means that a guy and a girl are in a relationship. They might be married, maybe not, and each of them is free to do whatever activities they want to do with other persons, and they will still stay in the relationship. Okay, as an African person, I totally don't understand this kind of a relationship. Like, if you are in a relationship, how is one or both people gonna see some other people and then we come back and behave like everything is normal? And sometimes it's so open that they share whatever they did with the other person outside with their partners. This, I think, is just sick. Sorry guys, this is sick. This is what they call polyamory. Many loves. I mean, everybody should do whatever they want to do, but this is just crazy and sick as it can be. Another crazy type of people you're gonna meet on the online dating is the couple. Usually, this is a young man and a young woman. They look good together, they look pretty much normal, and then they go on the internet. They might be married, they might be together for a couple of years, and they go to the internet to look for maybe a second man or a second woman or another couple so that they can have sex together. What kind of nonsense is this? I mean, if you two guys can't have a good sexual life, what does bringing a third person or even a fourth person on board gonna do to your sex life? Seriously, this is the thickest shit I've ever experienced. Sometimes I just lack words. And to them, it's normal. It's normal. It's very normal. And the best part is they'll have two accounts. The man will be looking and the woman will be looking. And they will be like, oh, we can have a good friendship out of this. Boy, please. And then we have the submissive. These are mostly big people. They are bosses, they are CEO of a company, they are doctors, they are business owners. So these people, they have been bosses for a while, and I think they're going nuts or something. So they want somebody to be a boss around, to command them around, to be bosses to them, and they will do anything for that. They say they will cook for you, they will pay your bills, they'll shop for you, they will do everything. And these kind of people are the people who have some kind of fetish. So you want to watch out for these kind of people. And then we have the educated. The educated, they are always bosses, they are CEO, they are architect, they are pilots, they are doctors. You'll always see them really looking fresh and clean, well shaved, in suits, like they really look good, right? They're always young, around 25 to 35, maybe 40. And when you talk to them, when you see them or when you communicate, you have like a really good feeling that yes, this is the man. But once you meet them, you'll ask yourself like, what kind of a person is this? Like they are so childish. I don't know how to explain this. Like they are not mature. They are so a child in the head. Don't get me wrong. Maybe they are good at their work. They're good in their jobs, but if you meet them personally, it just feels like they're headless. And then we have the psychologically kaputt. So this is a group where there are two groups of these, okay? The first group is the one who has been carrying emotional baggage since they have been in their mother's womb, I think. These are the kind of people who will always complain, oh, I never had my own room when I was a kid. My dad never told me he loves me. My mom never had time to play with me. And they will be visiting a therapist their whole lives. And they'll never heal out of this. Which makes me just wonder how strong we Africans are. I mean, what if somebody else tells you, well, my mom or my parents never had enough to feed me? Don't get me wrong, I really empathize with them and the baggage they carry, but it just makes me realize how strong we Africans are. Because such a thing will not make us emotional slaves. I mean, we're just naturally strong. And then the second group is the one who has dated, and I don't know what happened with the ex, like they had problem or they were cheated on or whatever it is. They come out of relationship and they are really, this is the worst group of people you can meet, okay? If you meet such a guy, just don't date them. They are emotionally unavailable. They have been hurt and they have trust issues. They can't trust a woman or any person, and it's just so hard. However, how much chemistry you have, it's just so hard to get a connection with such a guy. At the beginning, they will be like okay, just to get you attracted, and then when you are inside, they all of a sudden they are somebody else, not who. They're emotionally unavailable and just so difficult to deal with. This is the worst guy you can ever meet. Okay. Number 15 is the once black, never going back. This is the kind of guys who have already dated Africans. They themselves swear to never date a white woman. Well, the thing with these people is that they have been Africanized, what we call mzungumwitu, okay? Like they are not real wazungus. So what happens with these people is that if they dated a Tanzanian girl, maybe they visited Tanzania for 3 or 4 years, they're gonna call themselves Tanzanian. If they dated a Nigerian woman, they went to Nigeria maybe 2, 3, 4 times, they will be Nigerians. If they dated a Kenyan girl, they are Kenyans. They will speak a couple of Swahili words and then feel like they are Kenyans, okay? Well, no problem with that. The problems comes in when there are two categories in this one, okay? The first category is the one who is genuinely looking for a black girl to date, the small percentage of us, and the bigger percentage is the one who has been hurt by a black girl and they're looking for a black girl to revenge on. Okay, so if you meet somebody who's dated a black girl before, you want to be careful because most of them are not always out there for your own good. Okay, the advantage that comes with them is that they already are informed a little bit about our culture. They know stuff about our hair, so they won't ask you a lot of questions, and they have been, what I'm gonna say, trained, so they know a bit about African culture. It's easier to date them because they are open-minded. They know our culture, they know our food, but the problem comes in on the revenge part. So ladies and gentlemen, watch out for these people. The next categories are our brothers. My sister. This one will follow you like you are the only woman in this planet, eh? Sister, I know you from somewhere. Sister, you look familiar. That's always their line. Okay? So, our black brothers. So, very few of them come from the South or East Africa, and most of them always come from the North and the West Africa. Okay? So, from the West Africa, some are genuinely looking for somebody to settle with, and a bigger percentage of them, they are married. They have families at home. Okay, they have a wife, they have 3, 4, 5, 6 children waiting for him at home, and they are always out there to hunt for papers. So you find that they're always out with these big mamas, young white girls. Some of them have these mixed kids working with them, and they're always hunting for papers. So once they get the papers and settle, that's when they get rid of you and bring their families. The sportsman. The sportsman is the kind that is either married to his bike or he's married to the mountain. My God, these Austrians love mountains. There's one I chatted with for some time, and he was like always on the mountain. So I'm like, are you always on the mountain like every day? And it was in summer, it was in winter. And he's like, every single day I'm in the mountains. I'm like, how do you manage that? Okay, so this is the kind of people who they'll dump their profile with 20 sports pictures. Most of the time, they only have one selfie of them with sunglasses on and a helm, and they are sexy bike clothes. You know what I mean? It's like a sports overall, and then always on a bike, always on the peak of the mountain. You have 20 bike peaks, 20 mountain peaks, some in summer, in the snow, in all the 4 seasons. And they're looking for somebody to always be going with them on the mountains. Not me. And then the bisexual. The bisexual are the one who love both men and women. Okay, so they always have an earring, one side big earring, sometimes a nose piercing, and they are always more women than women. As in, they are they are always acting like a woman. Most of the time, they have attention-seeking disorder. So you'll find that wherever he is, everybody's gonna know that he's here. And these people, the bisexual, they are one of the best people because they are so caring and so lovely, and they're just so nice. The next group is the confused element. The confused element, they will be anywhere around 20 years to 40, sometimes even 50, and they don't know what they want. They are on a dating platform, and if you ask them what they want, they have no idea what they want. Seriously? Boy, bye. And then there's a rich, cool kid. They will be in their early 20s and never had a job, but they have the money. They will be running around with these huge machines with the loud music. If they are Austrians, mostly they don't do the loud music part, but you'll see them with these heavy machines around. And if they are from the East European or Turks, you will hear like boom, like the whole village is gonna listen to their music. Running around with these heavy machines, looking for nothing in particular, just wanna have fun, no job. Of course, mommy and daddy are financing everything. The dog dad. This is another funny one. They have 20 dog pics, only one pic of them, okay? And the first thing you see on the profile is, if you have a problem with my dog, swipe to the left. They are always hunters. Watch out for them. And then we have the real dads, not dog dads, but the real dads. So the real dads, there's also two categories of this one. The first one is the one who had a big oops in life. It made a baby. These are the ones who have their babies every second weekend or every weekend. And on their profile, the first thing you're gonna see is, I already have kids and I don't want any more kids. The second one in this category, they have their babies every day, almost every day, and they will tell you that their babies or their children is their priority. These are the kind that are genuinely looking for a relationship. So far, I know some of you believe that I'm taken. Some of you believe that I'm single. But I'll tell you, go believe in Jesus Christ. I hope you did enjoy the video. So next time, if anybody comes to your inbox and tell me, nitafutie mzungu, do you have a white friend who's looking to settle? Just send them the link and tell them, which one do you want? I have number 1 to number 22. So let them pick up whatever they want. Otherwise, bye.